Hi people, welcome back to the Bexless here on Juice TV. Now those are the last couple of videos you checked out before the break, Mr. Stevie Oki and Zuba Black. I'm in the house. You may recognize Zuba Black's voice. It's actually will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas fame, and he's definitely got that recognizable voice, but in that video clip looking like something like an evil character from Hellboy or something like that. And following hot on their heels was Gramophone Z with Why Don't You. Now this is our news piece with Mr. Dean Campbell coming up from the George FM News Desk. He's a very informed man and he's got some very interesting features. So why don't we find out what's happening in the music world this week? Take it away, Mr. Dean Campbell.
Good evening and welcome to the Bexless News. My name's Dean Campbell. Canadian DJ producer Deadmau5, got to be one of the top 5 superstar DJs in the world right now. Just the go-to guy for massive stadium electro house bangers, and currently killing it in America, where dance music is going through a big explosive phase. But I figure it's about time we heard some new stuff. I'm a bit over his last album, for lack of a better name. I want some new Deadmau5. Luckily, he's going to oblige. And the big news is, we could have a moment. What noise was that was coming out of my throat? And luckily, he's going to oblige. New album from Deadmau5. Special guest cameo, possibly from, drumroll please, you. That's right, you could be on Deadmau5's new album. He's hooked up with online portal The Public Record to invite fans and potential collaborators to submit snippets of music. Right, there's something going on with... should we do another take? No, let's just keep going with this one, we haven't got time. Simon Dello would never... I hope Simon's not watching. Deadmau5's album, you possibly being on it. Members of The Public Record have now until the end of March to submit anything musical, West Nepalese chant music, Howick Ladies choir samples, Mount Eden dubstep, to Deadmau5. As long as it's in the key of C and at 128 BPM, he could sample it and use it on his new album. So that website again, The Public Record, and just search Deadmau5. DJ Pose of the Week. Hello, Lindsay Lohan, giving it a go. Yeah, she's kind of like the sort of celeb that hangs out with a lot of DJs, gives it a crack herself, obviously dated Samantha Ronson, who is in fact a very good DJ herself. And this pose is a bit of a classic. I'll smile and let you take a photo, but I'm kind of a bit stiff and awkward at the same time because I'm really worried about getting the beats matched for this next mix. But I think I look really cool with headphones on and stuff. In other news, is the future of rave on the high seas? Actual DJ legend Paul Oakenfold thinks it is. He's planning to take his trademark Perfecto brand to the high seas for a multi-day rave on a cruise ship, Perfecto at Sea, this October, with passengers leaving from Tampa in the States. 4 days of raving at sea, ending up in the Grand Cayman. $600. Not bad, covering meals, ACOM, you're just being on a massive cruise ship, 24 hours non-stop DJ entertainment the whole time from Oakenfold, as well as entry to the ship's water slide and free tea and coffee. I don't know if that's a euphemism for anything. And finally in this bulletin, this is quite awesome, technology infiltrating gig and rave culture. If you're planning on catching any of English/Canadian DJ Richie Horton's new Plastic Man shows, download the iPhone app before you go. Yep, basically an iPhone app specially designed to go with the Plastic Man shows. A few of the features, logical. This invites the audience to reorganize the word samples on the big visual screen using a user interface of 20 touch buttons. The camera with a K, accessible throughout the show. This gives users a live video stream of an internal perspective of the performance. Synchronic explores the synchronicity of real-time generated percussive patterns and their visual counterparts, integrating the stage LED wall and built-in displays of each blah blah blah, technical blah blah blah. After a few beers, that sounds like it could get very confusing. You have to connect to the Plastic Man Wi-Fi network when you get to the gig, but it does sound like something to keep busy, especially if you go to a gig with no mates and you're the kind of person that sits on your phone anyway, you may as well be doing some interactive, wacky iPhone app stuff. So there you have it. It's available on iTunes now for Richie Horton's next show, although I don't think he's coming to New Zealand in the near future, maybe Australia. That was the news, and I think my throat's finally sort of cleared out now, which is good. Swig of caffeine and I'm going to dance you out. Thanks for watching. See you next week.